Hi, this is Ushio, and welcome back to Angels with Scaly Wings. Today we're going to check out a new mod. It is the Adine romantic mod. I'm not sure how romantic we're talking, if it's just going to be a bit of a hot date, or whether it's going to go a little bit further. So this is an Adine ending, so we need to get Adine's good ending, which shouldn't be too hard. We're on to chapter 5. We're going to pick Adine and skip through what should be her good ending. So Adine is everyone's favourite flying, magazine reading, banana shaped yellow dragon. So we're going to get through this ending. Here we go, the Adine romantic ending. There's still a lot on my mind after everything that's happened. I suppose that's normal. My life leading up to this journey was an uphill struggle. I think part of me secretly hoped I could stay here, but then I just feel guilty, like I abandoned humanity. I stayed true to my mission until the very end. So why do I still feel like I could have done more? Not that there's anything I can do now. I did manage to help the dragons divert the comet. It may not have been for humanity, but it was something similar. I somewhat sympathised with Rez's intentions. We had a big mission and we couldn't afford to fail. He specifically mentioned that our peers wouldn't care, but if this was a human society, I feel he'd have done things differently. Maybe he made it easier for me, not really to accept, but to at least acknowledge my fate to remain in this world. Of course I got my regrets, but I feel somewhat at ease knowing that in a different timeline I was successful in my mission. I chose to stay here, supporting Adine and Emily. I'm going to make the most of it. It'll be a fresh start. It's been a few weeks. I think I'm starting to get used to this. The dragons still think of me as an ambassador, but that could change soon. All I can do is wait and see. Adine said she wanted to visit me this morning. I'd better get ready. Oh, there goes the door. Never mind. Good morning. Morning. How'd you sleep? Well, considering I had to sleep at the orphanage, I got whatever rest I could. At the orphanage? Yeah, apparently 2 social workers there came down with the same cold at the same time. They both called in sick. I see. Did they not want to risk passing it on to the kids? Yeah, I got a pretty distressed phone call from one of the other workers saying they were severely understaffed. I volunteered to stay for the night. Remy, having recently started volunteering too, also helped the situation a lot. It's not the first time I've had to stay overnight, but it did kind of get in the way of other plans. I don't get much time off from work, and I wanted to surprise you with a spontaneous visit. The phone rang literally as I was about to leave. You know, you could have just called me. I'm always available to help out at the orphanage. We could have spent some time there. I guess I didn't think of that. Matter of fact, the reason I'm able to be here today is because I asked someone else to volunteer in my stead. You don't have to do that, Adine. I'm not going anywhere anytime fast. I know, but you can't deny you're a little bit happy to see me, right? Of course I'm not complaining. I'm just saying there's no need to prioritise me over the kids. You can have me all to yourself anytime you want. I bet I'm the envy of many reporters. By the way, who did you ask to cover for you? Oh, yeah. Don't freak out, okay? Saying that concerns me. Maverick. Okay. You asked Maverick to babysit? Yeah. Can I ask why him specifically? I didn't know anybody else I felt I could trust enough, and he's still on sick leave. I guess I also thought it might do him some good to spend time with the kids. Well, when you put it like that, it sort of makes sense. He's more like a bodyguard than a babysitter though. Anyway, enough about that. I'm here to see ya. Right, so what should we do? Okay, I don't know. Go for a walk, get something to eat and change my mind. Let's go for a stroll. The day's just started. Just a walk? Yeah, it's a nice day for one, and the change of scenery never hurts. Okay, lead the way. We'd gone out for a nice walk. We strolled around town at a leisurely pace, making small talk. I hadn't seen much of her since the Reza incident. It seemed I was still needed by the police to help with written reports on the events. Remy had also kept me busy writing his own reports. I guess he wanted to document everything that had transpired so he could add something of his own material to the library's archives. I did mention the possibilities of time travel to her, but I'm still not confident enough to tell her what really happened after she and Maverick left the facility. Occasionally, we would stop, either to rest or take in the scenery. I think I'll just sit down here for a sec. Okie dokie. Can I ask you something? Of course. What would you do if the portal started working normally again? It's a tough question. Why is that? Well, if I didn't, then resume my original mission, the people on the other side wouldn't take it lightly. They might organise a search party to try and find both me and Reza. And no matter what, there'd be a huge investigation on the entire matter. But they wouldn't treat you bad, would they? You're the ambassador after all. Couldn't you just explain everything to them? Probably not. Reza's liability for humanity held more weight than my role as an ambassador. There's just too much that's happened here for it to not cause the snowball effect of misunderstandings and controversy. On the other hand, they could also completely disregard us both and risk sending another candidate to retrieve the generators. Failing that, they'd probably have to live off the energy source used to power the portal. I see. I'm sorry to have brought down the mood like that. Don't worry about it. Let's change the subject though. I've got a question. Okay, what's that? What would you do if you suddenly turned into a human? You know, never even thought about that before. And I don't mean the humans from the sitcom. You read my mind. Try to think more how I look. I'm really not sure. I wouldn't be able to fly anymore, would I? No way. Would it matter to you if I did turn into a human? Not really. What if it was one of the humans from the sitcom? You really love that show, don't you? Well, I did say it was one of my favourites. Our conversations were seamless, endless, like we couldn't run out of things to say even if we tried. We ended up losing track of time. We ordered a late lunch at a restaurant not too far from the apartment. By the time we'd finished, the sun had almost completely vanished over the horizon. Adine suggested we go somewhere else, somewhere we'd been to before, together. The moon began to rise, painting the environment in a blue hue. We reached our destination with a beautiful set of stars to gaze up at. It's the beach. I just had a thought. Okay. Today would have been the perfect day for a picnic. Good call. Maybe we could do that when you're next free. Emily could come too, right? I'm afraid that won't be till next weekend. I have to work overtime starting tomorrow morning to make up for the time I lost during the Reddit incident. Oh, I'll probably be busy too anyway. Police stuff, you know, Remy's archive and shit. But we could still meet up at the orphanage, right? Definitely. Do you always wear those, by the way? What? The goggles? You didn't need to take them off to prove a point. Oh, do you prefer them on? I don't mind. I'm so used to seeing you wear them though. You look naked without it. Would you believe me if I said I sometimes sleep with them on? It doesn't surprise me, no. Hey, what's up? Truth or dare? You go first. Out of everyone you've met so far, who do you fancy the most? Wow, didn't you ask this the first time we played? Yes, I did. And I took the dare, didn't I? Are you stalling for time? Maybe. I can't say. Oh, decision time. Should we just be direct? I mean, we are hanging out. Go for you. Knew it. You did, right? Well, I kind of had my suspicions after the first time we played this. I see. My turn then. Same question to you. Who do I fancy the most? Well, now. Let's have a think. Can I take a dare? Oh, of course. Kiss me, do a handstand, take me for a flyer. Handstand, wow. Let's go for a flyer. You don't have to. I understand if I'm like heavy or something. I wasn't saying no, I've carried heavier dragons than you. But you don't even know how much I weigh? Come on, what's the point in playing this game if you don't take it serious? Okay then, I seriously dare you to take me for a flyer. You got it. Adine stood with her back to me. She bent her legs and peered over her shoulder, flicking her head as a gesture for me to climb on. I left my footwear in the sand, in case they might fall off. Nervously, I wrapped my arms around her chest, practically hugging her from behind. Don't let go no matter what, okay? Okay. She crouched down like a predator, making it clear she was serious. As she initiated a full-speed dash, I instinctively wrapped my legs tightly around her waist. The water drew nearer and I started to panic. Going for that flyer. I felt the exact moment we gained lift, transitioning from a bumpy start to a smooth takeoff. She beat her powerful wings defiantly, ascending higher and higher. Soon my breath started to fog up. Higher and higher we flew, until it felt like I could touch the clouds. I could see everything: the apartment, the library, the police station, and the portal. My body began to shiver from the low temperature, and my lungs felt heavy, but the sheer feeling of flying with a dragon excited me enough that I didn't even realise what was about to happen. My heart dropped. I was staring straight down at the sand, and it was getting closer and closer at alarming speed. Then the world began to spiral. I couldn't call Adine's name as the G-force stole my breath away. I could only shut my eyes. I guess I got a little bit carried away, but at least I didn't stumble this time. I think I nearly passed out there. Are you okay? I'm fine, I'm just a little bit shaken. Well, it was your dare. No regrets. Okay, let's keep going, this is fun. Okay, what did you think of me when you first met? What do you think of me now? I'm pretty sure that counts as 2 questions. You still answer them both though, won't you? Fine. So we're just having like a casual chat, so I think we should kind of keep it on the down low. I really wanted to get to know more about you. More about me? Yeah, we really didn't get to spend much time together since you were just taking my order at the cafe that day. Yes, true. Which reminds me, can I ask something? Sure. Why don't you have some kind of dress code? I'm not actually sure. I haven't given it much thought. There are some dragons that are required to wear uniform, but I was never told I had to. I see. And what do you think of me now? You probably already know the answer to that. Do I now? Well, what do you want me to say? The truth, obviously. Right, silly me. It's the game we're playing after all. I'd like to be more than friends. You're my closest friend. Shall we step it up a bit? Let's be more than friends. Oh my. That was a lot harder to say than it may have seemed. I can imagine. I'm not sure what to say myself, honestly. You don't have to say anything. Well, I suppose I'd be lying if I said I hadn't been thinking more about you lately. Is that so? Yeah. Adine? Sorry, I'm not very good at this stuff. I really don't know what to say. Do you want to change the subject? I think so, but don't get the wrong idea. I'm just kind of flustered right now. Okay. It was a good idea to visit you. I can't remember the last time. I've spent a whole day just talking to someone. Me neither. You made a good call, Adine. A chilly gust of wind sent a rolling shiver up my body. I shook violently from it. Oh, are you cold? Yeah, but a little bit. I got an idea. Come here. I shuffled closer, and she held her wings around my torso, enveloping me in her arms. My back gently rested against her stomach, and I leaned my head against her chest. How did you feel? Less cold, yes. Actually, I do remember the last time I talked to someone as much as this. It was with Amelia. I did it again, didn't I? What's that? Brought down the mood. No, it's fine. Maybe it's better if I don't talk about her. Well, no, that's not better at all. If something's affecting you negatively, you should talk about it. I don't need to tell you this. You're not a negative person, Adine. You always tell me not to be so down. I suppose, let's just not talk about this right now. You sure? I don't know. It's kind of a sensitive topic for me. It's why I work so hard, so that I don't start thinking about it and questioning all of the what-ifs. Well, I could always visit you tomorrow night. I'm no expert on counselling, but sometimes it helps just to have someone you can confide in. Yeah, I'd like that. Okay then. Her grip tightened around me, and I could feel her heartbeat against her chest. Thanks. Thank you too. There's one other thing I'd like to ask. Okay, I think. Do you want me to scrub your back again? Actually, yeah. Then I'll do that when we get back. In that case, we should probably start heading back soon. Yeah, it's getting pretty late. I've had a lot of fun today. And so have I. And I meant everything I said too. I bet you did. For some reason, my stomach let out a little growl. What was that? Nothing. Let's go. You've seen the good ending, but still there's an even better one. Okay, so that's one ending. Maybe I should try again for a better ending. Let's give this romantic ending one more try. Okay, I've had a thought. So it said that this was a good ending. So does that mean that there's a bad ending? So maybe we should try and be horrible and see if we can get a bad ending. Sorry, changed my mind. I don't want to go out with you today. What? I'm tired. I'm going back to bed. You know what? I think Remy's free. I'll go see him instead. Call me if you decide to stop goofing around. I mean, yeah. Congratulations, you got the idiot ending. Sweet. So last time we went for a walk, maybe we should go to eat. Dan, I already had my breakfast before I came here. Oh. I'm sorry, I suppose that means you haven't eaten yet. No, I only woke up like 10 minutes ago. It's no big deal. I can grab a snack from the shop. Why don't you let me make you some breakfast? But it's your day off. I want to, only this time though. I'm not doing it as a waitress. Oh, it's up to you really. Alright, fine. No problem, back in a bit. Let's see now. Gonna have some snacks and breakfast. This is a little bit different. We went for the walk before, so let's maybe stay in for a little bit. So how was that? Can you do this every day? Wow, that's pushing it a bit, I think. I'm glad you liked it though. Anyway, shall we go for that walk now? Sounds good, let's do it. So, shall I try for a good ending, or shall I try for the best ending? You've seen this before, do you want to skip? Yes, I do. Okie dokie. That's cool that the mod actually has skip zones in it. So here comes our special chat. So yeah, I can't say. Oh, for goodness sake. I'll take a dare again, I guess. I know what I'm going to have you do this time. Okay, should I be worried? Try to do the stone skipping thing with your foot. That's not going to work in the same way it did for you. I know, that's why I'm daring you to do it. Okay, fair enough. I dragged myself over to where the waves stroked the shore and began a pointless search for a flat rock. I looked over my shoulder as I removed my footwear. Adine had a big grin on her face. I felt a bit silly. Maybe it would have been better just to tell her the truth. I raised my leg with a flat rock between my toes. Almost lost my balance a few times, awkwardly hopping about whilst jerking my leg outwards and whipping my foot in a sideways arc. What's so funny? You look ridiculous. I'm glad you got a laugh out of it. My turn. Okay, so let's get through this conversation. This time, we're going to be horrible. Do a handstand. Oh, what now? Well, it's more like a wing stand in your case. What's that? You put your arms on the floor and try to hold a vertical position in the air for as long as you can. So basically, it's like you're standing up but using your arms instead of your legs. Exactly that. Okay, a dare's a dare. I watched as she stood up in the sand and her snout pointed to the floor in front of her. She bent down, placing her claws flat, and then she bent her legs before kicking her feet up into the air. Immediately, she came toppling down onto her back. Ow. I fell down. You okay? I'm fine. I don't think I'll ever be trying that again though. Okay, let's keep going. Want to know more about you? We'll go with that. You're my closest friend. Friend zone. The feeling's mutual. I'm really happy to hear that. I haven't forgotten about the things you've done for me since you arrived. I just wish I could do something for you too. Well, you did stop Reza when he had me at gunpoint, right? But I'd rather not keep a tally of who's done what to who. It'd make at least one of us feel indebted to the other. Okay, fine. It was a good idea to visit you, so yeah, that is the conversation. We should probably head back now. I guess so. I'm going to the orphanage first. I'll see you tomorrow night. Oh, Maverick! Hello? How long have you been there? Long enough. I'm never babysitting for you ever again. I think you should leave. I will. What? You've seen the awkward ending. Okay, we're going to try again and try and get this one more best ending, if I can find it. Here we go, we are speed dating now. I've tried this a couple of times and I can't quite get it. So at the end of the other ending that was a good ending, my stomach growled and she's like, oh, what's that about? So maybe, yeah, we need to eat and then maybe do the date the same way. And hopefully that will be what we need. We'll skip ahead. And yeah, we like you. That's the crush. Let's go for the kiss. On the cheek or on the lips? Oh, okay. Going for it. Straight in with those kisses. No problem. How's that? Better than expected. Your face is bright red right now. And so's yours. Okay, keep going. This is fun. So, I really wanted to know more about you. This is way too much. wanted to get to know you. That's good. We'll be more than friends. Hopefully that will do it. So they're talking about Amelia, and yeah, we're offering to visit again. Yeah, I'd like that. Okay. Her grip tightened around me. I could feel her heartbeat against her chest. Thank you. Thank you too. There's one other thing I'd like to ask. I think. Do you want me to scrub your back again? Maybe later. But it's actually not that. It's, well... I felt her heart suddenly increase tenfold. We're not still playing Truth or Dare, are we? No, like I said before, the worst I can do is say no. I'm not so sure about that this time. But okay. Would you like to do something a little more intimate? There, that wasn't so hard, was it? Just don't feel like you have to. I'd hate to mess things up between us. Decline. Okay, I'll do it, let's go. Sure, it wouldn't mess things up between us, no problem. Still, I had to be sure. I'll need to get up so I can take these off though. Oh, okay. I'm a little bit nervous and excited. Oh, are you going to be warm enough though? Okay, so we are naked on the beach, definitely. Okay then. I watched as she sat up straight, raising her wing and beckoned me with her claws. Coming in with those goo-goo eyes. Wow, you didn't tell me you were hiding all that under there. It's not really the sort of thing you just tell someone. Well then, shall we? Well done, you've seen the best possible ending. Hey, we got the best ending. So, we hooked up with Adine. We saw, I don't know how many endings there are actually, but we saw a couple. And this was a nice little mod. Had a bit of a hangout on the beach after all the bad things that went down with Reza. So this was a fun mod. Thanks for Thunderbolt for making it, and hope you enjoyed it as well. This is Usho signing off, and hopefully I'll see you next time.